to the Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here, your concerned Tom's River residents. Why I do this show? Because we're all concerned. Got my Babe's coffee over here in Seaside Heights. Yeah, it's a good little store too. But we're going to talk about the legalization of pot. Its reality is coming. It passed some committees today. We're going to talk about the fire here at the Highland Plaza in Tom's River, legalizing pot, and the Tom's River Show going live. I think we need to do this show live, and we'll get into that. First thing I want to get into, first off, if you want to get in touch with me, you got all the information on the screen, HMG TV shows, you got our Twitter, you can go to email me directly if you got show ideas, you got some news ideas, you need some announcement made. That's what we're here for. We are here to help. You got a consumer issue, for that matter, I'm going to give the Home Depot, we might have Home Depot on my wall of shame coming up over central air conditioning. It's kind of like a, I don't say bait and switch, kind of upselling. There was AC unit, central air, installed in a home, and it works through the furnace and all the same ductwork. AC units, there's still an issue with it. Hopefully we get that squared away. But now Home Depot is saying there's a problem with the furnace. Well, wait a minute. This thing is inspected 3 or 4 times. It's actually got a 1-year service agreement, which had to be inspected before they do that. Now they're saying there's a problem. They want big money. And I was going to go after the contractor, but every piece of paperwork I have says Home Depot. So Home Depot is my issue. But, you know, if you have a problem with Tom's River, I can talk to Mayor Keller here. I have a problem talking to everybody else. Mayor Keller here, I can talk to him. I can talk to Vicari and the freeholders at Ocean County. If you got a consumer issue, we're pretty good with that. And I think we're about to go head-to-head with Home Depot. I like going up with the giants. The bigger they are, the easier to bring them down. When you got the cameras and the internet, we can put little commercials together and stuff like that. I'm sure Home Depot, reputable company, will take care of what this issue is. Now, getting back to Tom's River. I've had numerous meetings with Mayor Kelleher about working with the town, promoting the PD, promoting the DPW, working with the 2 volunteer fire departments, doing everything we can to promote Tom's River. You know, show you how your taxpayer dollars are being used. Everything's fine when I meet with Mr. Kelleher. As soon as I leave, there's a problem. We can't get anyone to return a call. And again, it's not Kelleher, because every time I talk to Kelleher, it's, I don't understand what the problem is. I'll find out. Well, here's the problem. And this is what one of your councilmen, what he told me, there is an inner circle that keeps Mayor Kelleher in a bubble. Now, Mayor Kelleher is a Jersey City guy like me. You're not going to keep this guy in a bubble. You may keep him in the dark, and that's unfortunate. But we're going to put the light. See all these studio lights? We're going to flash them a little bit more. You know, we're going to do the mayoral debates. We'll do 2 live debates. That's coming up in the show. I'll give you the dates, and we got to figure out how to do the council at larges. I just wanted to confirm the election dates. May, November, how this works. I couldn't get a friggin' phone call back from Tom's River just confirming that. So I had to make a phone call to the clerk, and I got the information. You know, like the council guy told me, it says, you know, he's kept in a bubble. Everything's secret. Actually, he said secret squirrel. I think that I got to see if Mike can find. We'll put secret squirrel up on the screen. I believe that was a cartoon from my youth. Everything is secretive here, and that's got to stop. And it's not, again, it's not Kelleher. It's everybody around Kelleher. So now I'm just going to bypass City Hall. Starting tomorrow, I'm not going to be waiting for a phone call from anyone. We're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. It takes more than a state-of-the-art medical facility to make a great hospital. It takes a team of dedicated medical professionals. That's the Jersey City Medical Center, Hudson County's #1 hospital. Medical teams consisting of New Jersey's top doctors, Magnet Award-winning nurses, and accomplished hospital associates, all committed to your good health. That's what you have at the Jersey City Medical Center. Make Hudson County's #1 hospital your first choice. Visit us on the web at barnabashealth.org. We're back. You're watching the Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here. You there? Remember all the information on the screen? Like I was saying before in the opening, I'm not going to wait for anybody to give me a phone call anymore. You know, we're doing projects in Jersey City with the PD and the FD and the DPW and all. For that matter, I'll be talking to Chief Kelly on how we're going to do a weekly, there's 4 districts in Jersey City. We're going to have a district report from each one. What's going on in those districts? Excellent. Get information out to the people. Tom's River doesn't seem, not Kelleher. Tom's River has a problem. Staying on the subject of Tom's River, there was a huge fire at the Highland Plaza apartments, basically the senior buildings. And 100 people on Thanksgiving were evacuated that building. They couldn't return. Fire was contained to 1 unit, but there was a lot of water damage. As of today, I think everybody but 15 or so people are back in their homes. Now, when I got wind of this, and we're seeing the reports on TV, I reached out for Mayor Kelleher and some other elected officials here in Tom's River. This studio can go live. Now, I offered to do a fundraiser to help these people who basically are left homeless at this time. Now, I get in touch with the people and say, listen, this is what we can do, elected officials here in Tom's River. The hardest thing to do is get a fundraiser like that going. You got to get airtime, you got to get the Asbury Park Press and the Patch involved because we got to get the word out there. You got to get Twitter. So really, you need a good day, 48 hours to make that work. And all the wheels got to be put in motion. Yes, guests got to be brought in. You got to entertain like we've done with these telethons for hurricane victims. The easiest thing to do is to stop one if it's not necessary. Here I am. We're about a week out of Tom's, Thanksgiving. A little less than a week, I guess. And not one of those elected officials have gotten back to me, if not just to say, Pat, thanks. This is something we should look into for future problems. There's a situation where people are left homeless, and if we have the ability to help these people, we should do it. And the problem is when you're burning, worst thing, I'm a big guy, very few things scare me. Fires scare me. And I've seen the results of this. My father was a Jersey City firefighter. You're left out on the curb, really. And the Salvation Army and the Red Cross come and they put you in a motel for X amount of days. You can stay there. Some municipalities, like Brian Stack in Union City, Mayor and State Senator Brian Stack, he had the building for fire victims. Someone's burned out. Brian's going to put them in that building, and he will put the efforts of Union City to get those people rehoused and keep them in the community. That's what I'm proposing to do with the fire fundraisers. These people, when they're burned out, you got nothing. You're burned out. You need an apartment. You need another place to live. So these people need a down payment for deposits on an apartment. They need furniture. They need clothing. There's stuff you don't even think about. Their meds are burned out. Their paperwork's all gone. Their prescription cards, their family first cards, their birth certificate's gone. Their passport's gone. Their driver's license is gone. Their friggin' wallet and pocketbook has burned away. All that paperwork is lost. And it's, it's like going to motor vehicles with the 6 points of ID. Well, how the F are you supposed to do that if all your paperwork is burned out? So what we need to do is help these people back on their feet. And we have people here in the state. If the local senators and assemblymen can't get off their butt, I can get other senators and assemblymen to do this. We've already had this in place up in North Jersey with the other studio. Your health equipment, there could be medical beds. There could be certain medical equipment that's all burned out. That has to be replaced. And if you put the poor individuals out in the street as civilians trying to get that done, it's not going to happen. We can make it happen. We can get our representatives to help with the passports. We can get the county to move on that. We can get the state to move on the driver's license. We can get movement on passports. We can go to the Health and Human Services to get Family First cards or Medicare cards. Whatever the hell we need to do, we have the power to do that. And also, the people of Tom's River are a generous group. If they need to donate $10, $20 to help these people get back on their feet, that's what they'll do. They're not crazy about getting taxed, as the referendum just failed in here for open space. But to help some people get back on their feet, to get them money for a deposit on a home so they can stay in their community and their church and their kids can continue to go in the same school? Yeah. And this studio can do that. We can go live on Comcast 190, Facebook, YouTube, our live stream network, and help these people get back on their feet. And you, the people of Toms River, would be more than happy to help. You'll send $20, $30, and these people will get back on their feet. But you got to take advantage of this. And it surprises me yet that not one of these elected officials got back to me. Again, there's just a few people, even just a few, but 10, 15 people, that they can't get back, we got to help them. Or they're sitting in some friggin' motel somewhere. That's not what you want to do to your neighbors. We have the ability to help raise the funds. And actually, in a small group of people, we can make sure the money is spent right. But I need the help. And the people in Toms River, again, like the council guy told me, there's a little secret society here. He's in a bubble, and Secret Squirrel, put Secret Squirrel up again if we get him. That's what has to stop here. Like I said, Toms River is generous. And I know they would help these people get back on their feet. We're not asking for a handout. We're just asking to help these people get back on their feet. That's all. And hopefully it doesn't happen to you. That's what Ready to Roll Studios, when we started this thing, was to help Seaside Heights and Toms River. Take advantage of it. We can raise that kind of money. We've worked with the hurricane victims already. It's amazing. I just met people who run a no-kill shelter in Toms River. I offered to help them. Anything the studio can do to help this shelter and the animals and the people of Toms River, we're here to do it. But you know what? The friggin' elected officials in Toms River have got to get off their butts. The secret society and the silence, that stops. I'm here trying to help people. I need you, your elected officials, to work with me so we can help you. We're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Toms River Show. I'll be right back.
Pan & Pencil Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panandpencilproperties.com. Pan & Pencil Properties, building Jersey City for everyone. Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
We're back. Pat O'Melia, Toms River Show. You're a Toms River person. We do that. Seaside Heights people, we help them too. Seaside Heights, good town. Mayor Bonds, they're going through some, ridiculous issue. At a lawsuit from the guy that runs Bamboo and Calmer, that Seaside Heights isn't welcoming to everybody. You got money and you're not breaking the law. You're welcome in Seaside Heights. By the way, people say, well, you're waiting for these people over the Thanksgiving holiday to get back to you. Hey, listen, I text them. Text doesn't take a day off. They don't take holidays. All right, weed, legalizing pot. The things you need to know. Like I said in the opening, they could pass the Assembly Committee 7-4 and the Senate Committee 7-2. So now it goes on to the full chambers for the Senate and the Assembly. Governor Murphy is a little leery of how it's being set up and the tax aspect to it. But let's look at all of this as a whole, because now it's becoming a reality. Here's the question. Legal pot and you. There's tax money involved. There's jobs involved. There's what's legal and weed in your town. So let's look at these things. Legal weed. What is the difference between legal weed and illegal weed? The guys that are selling pot and making big money, they're not going to pack up the box and leave. You know what I mean? They're going to still be in the business. Now, my question, like illegal cigarettes. If you got cigarettes from Virginia, there's a tax stamp on the bottom. Well, if you got some doobies in your pocket, there's no tax stamp. How do we go about determining what is legal marijuana and what isn't legal marijuana? Now, there's already laws about the sale and possession of illegal marijuana. Oh, right now the only marijuana is illegal. Are we going to change the laws? How can they tell what's a legal pot and what isn't a legal pot? Do we make illegal pot more illegal than it is now? There's laws on the books about illegal pot, and now do we make it more illegal because there's tax money involved? Interesting question. You get caught with illegal pot, you got, say you got a plastic bag of pot. I don't know how they're going to package this and how they're going to sell it. Do you have to constantly have it in a tax stamp baggie? I don't know. You rolled up some doobies, you got them in your pocket. How the hell you tell if they're illegal or not? Is there something they're going to put in the pot? Illegal pot? There's some chemical, some color, whatever the hell it is, to know what is legal pot and what isn't legal pot? And like I said, do we make, when pot is legal in the state of New Jersey, do we issue new laws and enforce those laws if you have illegal pot or you're selling illegal pot or you have a legal pot in your house? If you have a Maxwell House can of marijuana and you can buy an ounce, whatever the law is now, what it will be, you can buy an ounce at a time. Well, say you go and buy an ounce a week and you don't smoke an ounce a week, so you're putting it in your Maxwell House coffee can or whatever storage unit you're going to use. How the hell are you going to tell what's legal and isn't? This is the questions that have to be asked. What about the expungement? There's people talking about, well, we're going to expunge the record for people who have been incarcerated for marijuana or they've been arrested for marijuana and this is on their records. Well, if we're going to do expungement in the world of legal pot, what do we do about people who are selling pot now, which would be considered illegal? Now, all the people who sold the illegal pot before, we're going to expunge their records and they're clean. But now we're going to turn around and say, well, you know what? This is tax revenue pot, and we got to punish you if you have it illegally. I don't know how you handle that. I didn't see that in the devil's in the details, as they say. How do you figure this out? They're not busting people now for small amounts. We got municipality, Jersey City, my hometown. There's municipalities, there's directors from the Attorney General's office on how to handle pot cases. It's a small amount of pot, you got caught with some few joints on you, or a small amount of pot, they're not going to lock you up anymore. There'll be a warning if you're going into the courts. They're dismissing those cases. Do we do an about-face on that now in the world of legal pot where there's tax revenue attached to it? I don't know. But it goes back to what I said. How do I tell the difference if I got two Tupperwares of legal pot and illegal pot? How do I tell the difference? How do you enforce that? Are we going to have a tax on rolling papers too? That's why it always made me, at the Garden State News, the pot was illegal, but we would sell all these rolling papers. There would be rolling papers everywhere. Well, you're not rolling no cigarettes yourself. But, you go to Babe's, where I get my coffee, you can make your own cigarettes there. I used to smoke. I haven't smoked in like 10 years. You got a big bag of tobacco at Babe's, and they sell a machine that, it's the filter and the paper, and you put the tobacco in there and you make your own cigarettes. It costs you like 90 cents a pack that way. Do we tax the wrong? I don't know. And what is the tax on legal pot? Now, Sweeney and his guys, the Sweeney followers, are talking 12% in the Assembly and the Senate. Murphy is talking 25%. Now, since Jersey swims in red ink, and every time, I know Steve Sweeney's talking about doing town halls to bring it home just how desperate this state is money-wise, and it's desperate, billions and billions. For that matter, I reached out to Steve Sweeney and said I'd be happy to broadcast one of these, town halls live. Not everybody can make the town halls, but we do it live, address it, then we'll archive it, and you can watch the Sweeney pitch anytime. Is it 12%, or it's going to be 25%? Do we tax it like cigarettes? I don't know. Where does the tax revenue go? We got property taxes, the highest in the United States. Some of this money, the sports betting, this money has to be earmarked into property tax relief. And the other thing, towns can get a cut on the sales of marijuana. They get like a percentage or there's some sort of a vig on it. So towns like Tom's River, they're against the sales. Listen, they're going to be smoking in Tom's River. You might as well make some money on it. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You watching the Tom's River Show? I'll be right back.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport, live like you want.
We be back. The Jersey City Show. No, it's the Tom's River Show. But they're almost like the same, aren't they? Kind of the same opening, too. Actually, Tom's River is a smaller version of Jersey City. Whatever's going on in Tom's River is going on in Jersey City or vice versa. Mayor Fulop, for that matter, I had to text him today. He just won a settlement with the Port Authority. Forever, they've been tax exempt in Jersey City with the big pass station on the on Journal Square, the Holland Tunnel. Jersey always gets stuck. Holland Tunnel, where you pay the toll, that's on the Jersey City side. Fulop has managed to get the Port Authority now to give him millions and millions of dollars on property, $17 million for a triangle piece of property where they're going to put a new power station, X amount of millions a year and hundreds of thousands a year. Now, when Mayor Fuller proposed this years ago when he first became mayor, I said, "What are you, crazy? You're not getting a dime out of the Port Authority." He was talking $400 million, by the way. He didn't get $400 million, but he did one hell of a job. So he's getting Jersey City a lot of extra change now. Jersey City can use that change, so kudos to Mayor Fuller. But I'm going to text him today. I was reading the settlement. The council still has to agree to it. The live Tom's River Show. Nothing is more effective than live, whether it's live radio, live television, whatever the case is, or live performances, live is always going to do better. Now, there's 2 things I would like to accomplish out of this studio. One, I think a live Tom's River Show would be ideal. Half hour, we may even expand it to an hour, but we'll keep it at the half an hour. And somewhere starting the new year, I'd like to have a show called the AM Show, where that would be live, strictly a streaming show on Facebook and live stream, where we would talk about everything. It would almost be like a radio show. And the idea is to bring tourism here to Seaside Heights and Tom's River. You bring tourism to Seaside Heights, they come down 37 and spend the money. Right now, let's say with the Tom's River Show. I'm thinking going live probably on Thursdays. I want to go too late on it. Maybe, I don't know, 5 o'clock, something like that. I don't want to go, you go too late, then you're running into the, Big Bang Theory and shows of that nature. And you're not going to watch me over the Big Bang Theory or shows of that nature, Modern Family or whatever, CSI, whichever one, or Game of Thrones or whatever. And we would repeat that live show, I think, on Saturday. This is how we're set up right now, what I'm thinking of setting up. And it would give you, the residents of Tom's River, a voice, a live voice where the powers that be in Tom's River would have no choice but to make sure they hear you. Another reason I don't want to go too late, because I want this show on in Town Hall. I want the department heads. I want the PD. I want all those people to listen to you. Now, we maybe do phone calls, but actually I would probably keep it to Facebook and Twitter postings. And your Twitter would come right on the screen, or your Facebook questions will come right on the screen, and we'll answer it and we can go back and forth that way. I want to make sure the powers that be know you're listening, you're watching, and you're communicating, and you're expressing your opinion. And to help Tom's River and the business community, like Route 37, I think Route 37 needs some help. The closer you get to Seaside Heights, a ton of vacancies. Actually, there's a ton of vacancies the whole way. There was a strip mall we were at the other day. It was like, one tenant in there, where the big lot is. Come on, you got to get more people in there. And you get more people in there, more businesses, you create jobs. You got elections coming up. You got the mayor and the council at large in November. We're going to broadcast them live. But we need to get those issues out into discussion in Tom's River now. The public can make an educated choice come election day. Now, we'll do 2 live debates for the mayors, and those debates will be at October the 9th and October the 30th, both at 7 p.m. on Channel 190. That's what we're thinking. And we'll also simulcast it. It'll be live, right? Simulcast. It's going to be live on live stream and Facebook. We're working on the dates now for the council at larges. There's going to be, at least 6 of them. I'm not going to put 6 in a room because you get that many people, you'll never get enough time to get down to the answers you want from these people running for office. So hopefully you got 2, maybe 3 people for mayor, and you got 3 Republicans, 3 Democrats running, so we can bring like 2 at a time in for the at-large, and we can handle it that way. And we'll figure out the time slots for the at-large people, and we'll do it the same way. We'll be on Comcast 190, live stream, and Facebook, and then we'll have to figure out some December runoff times. But this is what I think works. If we can do a live show here, 5, maybe even 5 might be late. We want to make sure the mayor's in his office and all their subordinates, they could turn on their Comcast channel 190 or watch on their computer so they can hear and see what's going on as we bring home to Town Hall the issues that are concerning the people of Tom's River and the issues that you need answers for before you go into the voting booth on, I think it's November the 5th. It'll be election day. These are the answers you need, and we're going to bring those issues up. We'll discuss them. We'll have the Facebook and the Twitter going on. You can bring your questions on. This way I don't have to worry about doing a delay. We'll just do the Facebook and the Twitter. But that's the kind of thing we can do in the studio. This studio is underutilized, and that's one of the things I'm going to change. For that matter, I want to start bringing some council people in here so they can speak directly to you via social media. We'll film it, we'll edit it, we'll put it out on social media. So these people, whether it's Lori or Mo, whoever, can give you like a weekly update, or at least every other week update on what's going on at Town Hall, what's going on in the cities, in the town, what are the complaints from constituents, what action they're taking, and maybe even they do a review of the council meeting, so you know what's going on. They'll go over some of the highlights of the agenda. Maybe you don't, particularly, who wants to go to these council meetings, but there are some issues you should be aware of. So maybe we get Mo Hill or Lori, whoever, to go over the council agenda so you know what's going on before they vote. We are out of time. You be good, you be safe. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.